I am Dr. Mallika Joshi and today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic. Is premarital sex right or wrong? And I won't give you the right answer to this question. At the end of the talk, you yourself will come up with the right answer. So let's begin. Today we are going to discuss physical, mental, social and legal problems associated with premarital sex. And all these factors are interlinked. First is the risk of pregnancy. Even with use of condoms or contraceptive pills, there is always 15 to 20% risk of becoming pregnant. That means if 100 couples are using condom or pills for contraception, 15 to 20 couples will become pregnant anyway. And then comes the second problem. The second problem is of abortion. The social issue associated with abortion is that young people have monetary issues. The problem of confidentiality where they can't ask for money. So they seek abortion at unsafe places where the instruments are not sterilized, which can lead to infection which causes sepsis, ICU admission and death. Even if the infection is not severe enough to cause sepsis and death, it can always cause infection of the uterus which can cause future infertility. Again, the legal aspect of abortion is that in India, if age of the girl is less than 18 years, then consent of a guardian is mandatory. And under the POCSO Act 2012, it is mandatory for the doctor to inform appropriate authority if age of the girl is less than 18 years. And to talk about the mental aspect of abortion, there is this term called as post-abortion syndrome, where a girl suffers from guilt, depression and can attempt suicide after the abortion is done. And if a girl decides to continue the pregnancy, raising a child as a single parent at a young age with no support system, with no monetary support, no family backup, is very difficult for the parent and the child. Now moving on to the third problem, that is sexually transmitted infections. When you have premarital sex, you start having sex at a young age. When you start having sex at young age, there is always risk of having multiple partners, unprotected sex or sex with an unfaithful partner. And all this can increase the risk of getting sexually transmitted infections. And girls are more prone because young girls have immature vagina and cervical epithelium. The mucosal surface area of girls come more in contact while having sex than boys. Diagnosis of infection in girls is more difficult as most of the infections are asymptomatic and girls don't seek early treatment because of embarrassment or social stigma. But if sexually transmitted infections are not treated in time, they can cause infertility, HIV infection or AIDS or tertiary syphilis, which can have severe effects on heart and brain. If you really want to understand the gravity of sexually transmitted infections, this picture shows a person with tertiary syphilis and this picture shows a person having HIV infection with full-blown AIDS. Now moving to fourth problem. Human papilloma virus that causes many cancers is also sexually transmitted. In girls, it can cause cervical, vaginal and vulval cancer. In males, it can cause penile cancer. And in both girls and boys, it can cause anal and oral cancer. And if you think condoms can prevent all sexually transmitted infections completely, then you are sadly mistaken. Condoms cannot prevent infections like HPV, which are caused due to direct contact with the genital region. And it is only 85% effective in preventing other sexually transmitted infections or HIV infection. That means if at a given point of time 100 couples are using condom, then 15 couples will anyway get an STD. So be very careful when you think that condom will save you. Both girls and boys should take HPV vaccine. It can prevent all the HPV related cancers. We have made a separate video on HPV vaccine and sexually transmitted infections. Do watch that videos. They will be very beneficial for you. Now coming to the fifth problem. When you go through a breakup after a relationship, then you seek for some relief. That is when the drug addictions come into picture. Smoking, alcohol, and even sometimes illegal drug abuse. Now coming to the last issue, that is the legal issue. In India, after the Nirbhaya case, POCSO Act was given in 2012, which says that in India, legal age of consent for sex is 18 years. That means any sexual activity in less than 18 years of age is illegal, whether it is consensual or non-consensual. So boys and girls, be very careful if you are having sex with anyone below the age of 18 years, because after breakup they can put you behind the bars under POCSO Act. And even if your age is more than 18 years, there is always the risk of someone videotaping you or blackmailing you. So next time, before having sex with anyone, keep all these factors in mind and then move forward, and always talk to your parents. They will always show you the right path. If you have any questions, then ask me in the comment section, or you can ask me on Instagram. This is my Instagram handle. And if you want to contact me via teleconsultation or video consultation, then the link is given in the description box. Thank you and take care of yourself.